Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome. So just getting ready here, we'll be starting relatively soon, and hello there, No Name Spawn, good to have you, my man, and hello there, Shiver Sprite, good to have you as well. It has felt like a very long time since the last stream. How you doing there, Epic Duck? Indeed, it has felt like a long time since the last stream. The reason for that, and the reason why I've been quieter more so than ever, is due to the fact that I have since started with my diploma, obviously my adult diploma here, so it's like college, you know what I mean. So indeed, really busy. Just gonna have to work out like the timetables really, and really try to make things work. I'm gonna try and do my best for you guys. I don't want to like have anybody feel like they've been shortchanged. I don't want to give anybody anything less than well, what I can do best. But yes, we're here on a new turn. Always excited to see the results of a new turn. Time for stuff to happen, the mini KB. I mean, this isn't really. It's going to be awesome. Thanks there, Epic. Right, I'll start recording here. I'll be able to get going. And there we go. So now recording here. And I'll be uploading the replay here shortly, once we do begin. Just going to give people a little bit of time here to get into the actual chat. I know people like to watch the turn live, and you know what, I really do as well. You know, I can't recall who actually told me about it last time, but basically the reason why the turns have been progressing or really like turning over so quickly, at least the replays, is the fact that I'd accidentally, I don't know when I'd done it, but I turned the delays really low so it was really quick. How you doing there, SYT? Good to have you, my dude. Okay. Let's give people a little bit longer. And then we'll get going. But it's incredible here, isn't it? I think this is turn 60. Amazing. Oh, don't blame me there, J Street. Don't blame me. How you doing there, Vulcan? Good to have you, my friend. Good to see you nice. Okay. Now we're getting a few more people in. That's excellent. So we'll go ahead and we'll load up the actual game here then shortly. Good to have you, my dude. How you doing there, Paul? It's going to be an interesting turn. I mean, obviously, we did have the attacks against Changsha last turn, which obviously were bloody, but significantly less than, well, to be honest, I expected or really feared, which was really quite nice. So it was you that... On my turn? On his turn? Oh, I see. Well, see, the thing is, it's like, they want me to record at 7 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, I'm not going to be awake at that time. It's kind of crazy. Like, I'm at college now full time, so it's one of these things, it's like, it's rare I'm going to have that sort of time in the morning. And here we go. I just think they're being bloody Americans and expecting the Brits to do all the work. No, we'll get something sorted. It'll be good to get it going, really. Okay, then. Who's ready to see the turn name? Because I sure as hell am. So we're looking for turn 15 here. Well, say 15. Mountains of Corpses. See, this is what I knew THG's attitude would be towards the Battle of Changsha. Like, I think this is a fundamental flaw that people... Well, a fundamental thing that people have to understand here. You can't fight a war without losing people. You can't make an omelette without cracking a few eggs. And if he thinks that 16,000 casualties is going to stop us in China... yeah, he's going to be rather surprised in the next few turns. I really do hope that he will be. But indeed, we'll go into this then. Oh yeah, he plays Denmark. That sounds pretty cool, actually. Okay. So great things might potentially happen here. We might have something go bad. I'm hoping that it's the former and not the latter. Indeed, good night, sweet prince. Yeah, you have a land border with Germany. What are you going to do? Okay. Right, there we go. We do occupy the base there. That's quite nice. Finschaffen falls to our forces there without a single loss there. No, we're not dropping paratroopers as of yet. Right, we're unloading there at Noumea. We should take the base there, unloading it as Marta. Unloading at Ley. Superb. Well, defeatism and reality, but we've got to challenge reality and impose our own here. Okay, Fujimaru once again attacking the submarines off the coast of Marie. Yeah, unsurprisingly, she's just low on ASW ammunition. We may have to have them head over to, like, Saigon, to have them rearmed, or even potentially Kamran Bay. In the future, we'll look at maybe what we can do here in terms of rearm, but it might be even to potentially Manila in the future, or just something of that nature. But unfortunately, she's out of depth charges there. How you doing there, Rochi? Good to have you, my man. Indeed, there. Yeah, exactly. Reality is where you make it. Right, I do see a lot of allied submarines in the area. Forces merging over here, then. Right, I do see allied subs then still at Tulagi, which is a bit of an irritating aspect. Okay. Torpedoes miss here from the S-41, so he has moved in another submarine here alongside the S-37. Now, the S-37 did get pretty beat up last turn. So Moonlight here is at 85%. The thing is, he's doing this, but, I mean, I can understand why he's doing it, but is it really how he should be using his submarines? So they are going to get hit eventually. Their time will run out. How you doing there, Connor? Yeah, okay, so they do launch a strike here. Now, ideally we don't lose anything, one torpedo hit, but if she doesn't go down, I can potentially save her. She goes down, so you just strike lucky there. We haven't taken any additional cities as of yet. How you doing there, Off-Matar? Good to have you, my dude. Okay, we continue unloading over here. Be very nice to grab those New Guinea bases there. Okay, we're moving to the day phase here. Interestingly, nothing happening during the actual night there, really. Just some submarine attacks. Unloading Namla, unloading the Gazmata, Ley. Finschhafen has already fallen to our forces, which is excellent. Okay, Sculpin over here. Well, I mean, this is it. It depends really where his actual convoys are, I suppose. I am moving more submarines off the coast, well, towards the coast of New Zealand recently, actually. Okay, O20. That's a big old submarine. It looks really large, to be honest. Reacting near Kandari, which is interesting. Right, harbour, defence motor launchers over here at Palembang, unsurprising. Right, we are seeing a number of ships over here. HDML. Allied ships sighted near Palembang, near Busuanga. PT-33 is hit. 7 allied ships near Busuanga, near Bataan. PTQ-113 there. No hit there, unfortunately. Sight is near Marcus Island, supposedly. Lihia? However you say that. Shuku Maru, followed by Allied level bomber near Manus. Task Force 53 sighted by PPY-5 Catalina near Kopang. Okay. Suspected submarine at 42136 near Carnarvon. B5N1K support reporting here. Yep, here we go. Now it's time to get to reports off the coast of Australia. Okay. Well, the thing is, it's like, it wasn't that bloody. The thing is, it's like people like getting all like up in arms about a few thousand losses. The thing is, it's like the numbers involved in that battle are just phenomenal. But a lot of those losses will be recovered. Okay, it attacks allied aircraft. He might be trying to hit us at Kandari, which would be interesting actually. So he does have more aircraft in the area around New Guinea. S-23 Empire spotted Japanese oiler there at 98-127. Interesting when it's S-23. Okay, so here we go. We do have our G3M2s going in here. So it does have 2 B39s. I don't imagine they're going to do very well against 24 Zeros. Yeah, right from behind. And we shoot her down. I'm likely about to bias. Yeah, they go down. No. There's only like small ships in the actual harbour here, but I'm just hoping to clear them out of the way. They are hard to hit. I'm just hoping that we don't lose anything to the flank. Yeah, no strikes this time round here. But we do shoot down the actual aircraft there, so that's still worthwhile. So they were dropping the bombs there. British just an island. It's just island France. Alright. Okay. That unit still looks to be in place there. Okay, yeah, we are sending additional bombers over here at Changsha. Now, we're going to start to hit the runway here. The reason why we're going to begin to hit the runway is to prevent the fortification of Changsha We're going to get to, ooh, I don't know, maybe about 30% damage. And then we'll stop bombing the actual airfield and start hitting the actual troops. But the good news is we are hitting the supply dump here as well. Which is very good because that helps us to actually blow supply up. Yeah, we're going to be hitting Noumea as well today. Hopefully that works out for us. I mean, she might last another day, but we'll see about that one. We should have quite a few more bombers here. The good news is we haven't seen any Allied aircraft in central China for some time now, since the Flying Tigers did get absolutely smushed in that turn. But here in central China we are going to be resting for some time now. Yeah, you can see his supply dumps are being hit here. What I'm going to do here is just speed this one up in particular. Looking good though, a few hits there on the actual supply dump. Yeah, so the runway's been hit quite heavily there. Airbase supply hit a few times there, actually quite a good number of times. Now, I don't know how much in the way of supply this might burn. But the thing is, it's just causing damage, so we'll see what the actual numbers are looking like in the actual turn. And then we might switch over to actually hitting the ground forces, so we'll just keep it going like that. We'll just prevent him from actually rebuilding the fortifications. Okay. Ah, so we actually do see something in response here then. So these are Aerocobras and 11B33 9Ds. Now, this isn't exceptional, and ideally, and of course it would be at the time we send in the Sallies, but let's hope for the best here. So I wouldn't be too particularly happy, but it would be what it is. Now, I'm surprised that we don't have any zeros involved in this, actually. But the Ki-27s are far from behind, so at least they might be able to drive the enemy off. I doubt it. Really do doubt it. We might lose quite a few bombers here, but we'll hope for the best. We're going to lose a lot of aircraft. I can just feel it. Okay, I'm going to speed this up. Watch these numbers go down. Oh, thank God for that. I don't give a shit about the Ki-27s. But we'll have to bear this in mind. There should have been some zeros potentially in this. But that's something to bear in mind. So I do wonder where he's actually flying out from. I genuinely expected there to be like 2 Sallies I'd make it out of here, but well, it looked like we were at the right altitude and we were behind the enemy, so at least it might have caused some issues, but oh, thank God for that. Okay. Now, amazingly, supposedly we got out of that really well, and I don't know how that happened, but okay. We've had one of our own transports sunk at Kendari by a submarine. Welcome there, by the way, Resonance. Okay, I mean, that went significantly better than I would have hoped for. But he's kind of blown his load on that one now, so I can look towards actually, yeah. I might shift a squadron of Ki-43s south then to actually escort these Singapore bombers. Okay, we're bombing over here to Wencao. We'll see, we might see something off the coast of Australia this turn. We might not even catch anything, but we'll see what happens. I mean, ideally we could find a target for the next turn, but we'll see about that. Okay. So the G4L1s were due to strike here, but failed to link up, proceeding alone. We'll speed this up. Now, the interesting thing is actually, he's using flak. Now, that's really good. So obviously we did fly here significantly low. This is the lowest we've ever really flown here. But the fact is we are seeing flak firing, which is very good actually. I don't know why I didn't notice it before. I just think it's just because I'm used to it elsewhere. But this is the first time we've seen flak being fired at Changsha at this altitude. So it looks like he's using a AAA. The AAA is causing a little bit of damage, but not that much. But this is actually a good thing because this is forcing him to use even more supply. Okay, yeah, we see the aircraft over here. Okay, I don't care as much about the Ki-48s. My ego isn't isn't based on the Ki-48s. But we do still have 25 here, so let's see what they can do. I mean, they are good aircraft. I mean, even if they are like pecking away at them, it might be enough just to cause them some damage. The Aerocobras are pretty damn dangerous, though. Right, down for the deck. Right, Aerocobra non-responsive, a few more B-39s. I think the B-39s are just Buffaloes. I think we can kinda deal with them. The Aerocobras are definitely a hell of a lot better, though. Yeah, I think we'll see what we can do here then. I might have a Kai 43-1C squadron sent south, or we'll just look towards having more escorts. Yeah, I think we should have had the Tojos, but yeah, they're not involved here. Potentially from Sumatra. He might be flying out from Palembang, though I'm not entirely certain at this moment in time. But the thing is, we can take a look at the actual range of the B-339s and the P-39 Aerocobras, and we can kind of figure out where they're going to be coming from, because it can only operate at a certain distance anyway. We do lose a aircraft to flak, another one to flak, but we are hitting the actual runway, we are hitting the actual supply dump as well, which is nice. Yeah, we're going to prevent it from building in more fortifications. Okay, so it continues here, but we still have 19 Ki-27s. Ideally that's enough. Looks like that Aerocobra jumps out, that one's jammed. They look like they're suffering from fatigue, to be honest. I mean, like, the guns jamming and all that sort of stuff really does come down to fatigue, and fatigue of the aircraft. I mean, maybe in Djambi. Well, I don't know about Djambi, actually. I'd have to take a look at the actual airfield if there's even indeed one there. But potentially Palembang. Yeah, it's going to be more than likely long-range combat air patrol, but the thing is, long-range combat air patrol builds up fatigue like a motherfucker. Right. He might be coming out from Sabang. A few more bombers there over Changsha. There we go, hit the airbase. Yeah, and more of them over Changsha as well. Notice more flak being burnt here. That's good news. Now, I don't know how much supply that's going to be using of his own, but I can't imagine it's like a... Well, this is it. It's even a small amount is still very good. And this is basically how we're going to besiege Singapore, how we're going to besiege Bataan, how we're going to besiege Changsha here, really. We force him to fire that flag, force him to use that supply, just keep up the damage against him. Okay, so we do have some Ki-43-1Cs here. They are answering against the PBI-4 Catalinas over here. Yep, doing a very good job so far. Right, 4 of them here. They're going in about 9,000 feet, it seems. So these guys are flying out from Surabaya. Yeah, Catalina damaged, air-to-air combat done. So we don't shoot them down, but we do cause some damage there. So we do prevent them from actually attacking here, which is good. What were they attempted to do here, actually? What were they attempted to do? Air attack. Yeah, and the task force near Makassar. How you doing there, Fury? Not too terribly much, not too terribly much. We've had a fair bit of air combat here so far, actually. Those air cobras can be now... Yeah, this is it, really. Okay. I'm still hoping we might see something from near Australia, but if not, that's fine. Okay. Yeah, these are the guys that we saw earlier on, the guys that were proceeding alone. It'd be nice if they actually got some hits, but it's not, yeah, it is what it is. We'll eventually get rid of these ships here. Just gonna take some time. No hits then, unfortunately. Right, so that looks like the end of the air phase there. So it looks like, oh, actually no, moving into air phase operations in the PM. Yeah, we've still got some sweeps over here to the north actually to be going on. Yeah, spotted and hit. I might just go for the search and hit it like that. PT-32 reported hit. Treasury 327 reported hit. Interesting. Yeah, allied submarines there. We see more allied submarines near Buna. Yeah, quite busy. Okay, yeah, we are spotting some ships around here now. That's very interesting. Jakes are spotting targets, transports. Okay, that's really good there. I'm really happy about that. Allied float plane, DMS W19 float plane. So I'm going to assume those are PPYs. Okay, moving into the airstrikes here. Right. Right, okay. Damn, so that strike wasn't able to locate them due to the weather, so they turned back. That's unfortunate. But we know there's something out there now, so that's really good news. Whatever is out there, depending on what it is, we can chase it down. But I'm not going to be hanging around Australia too much longer here, really. We'll see. We don't really have an idea what's going on down there as of yet. Oh, is that it? Oh. Oh, that's a shame. That's really interesting. So our sweeps... Yeah, we should have had sweeps over Malaya. Right, the APD Minakazi there. Oh, that's a shame. But we have, we've found something off Australia, so that's good news. We'll take a look at that shortly, actually. Interesting turn so far, but we have the attacks over here at Noumea. Yep. Now, we did destroy a unit here last turn, which is good news. Now, as to whether the actual base falls here today doesn't really particularly matter if we destroy another unit, but eventually this base will fall. We're going to be pulling back MKB really, probably in this turn, to be honest. I've had them, like, converge together. They might be one hex or in the same hex. But yeah, they're going to be pulling back. Now, I don't really have much hope over here at Noumea. As far as I'm concerned, it'll fall when it falls. It would have been nice to have a quick victory, but it's been a very interesting case, really, over here. But we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. The 8th Tank Regiment's been doing a good job. It's just a shame that it's not clear terrain, but it's just a terrain that's been holding us back here for a long while. Yeah, I like that. Okay. 17th there, bombarding. 3-1, 183. Ho ho! Ho 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 ho! Banzai! Oh my god, at long last! The battle for Noumea is now over. Oh. And he had aircraft here! So we destroy a Hudson, we destroy a Catalina, we take 278 casualties there, but we inflict 3,910 casualties there. Yeah, that's gonna leave a mark. Oh, finally. 275 non-combatants destroyed, 39 combat squads destroyed here, 31 engineers, 81 guns, 18 vehicles lost. The battle is over. New Caledonia is Roman. Oh, that was fantastic. Oh, God, you know I needed that in my life. Oh, I'm feeling the tears. Feeling the tears. The 21st Chinese Corps is, supposed to, oh, wow. 114 to 1,107 inflicted. Yeah, they're really getting beaten up over here. We'll keep on chasing them down. I'm going to destroy that unit. Well, I mean, the shock attack was too early, but this is it. And we have the battle over here at Nanning. Yeah, this looks like it should ideally fall. 22... Oh no, it looks like it holds out. So I suppose we should have had both units joining the attack there. But casualties very light. So we can throw both units against it next turn, which is not an issue here. We did have one attacking it and one on reserve, actually. But that's okay. That's fine. Only 36 casualties sustained, 96 inflicted. Okay, so we're lacking supply then, so that's why we didn't have such a high attack there. That makes sense. What was our adjusted assault value there? Yeah, 22, so that's due to the lack of supply there. So we'll have to wait and gather that supply there. Right, a little bit of stack over here. Now we'll have to take the base. Yeah, they won't be going back to France, indeed. Captured Namla. No aircraft destroying the island, unfortunately. Right, I mean, I don't know why. I mean, he's using supply. I mean, granted, he'll be forcing me to use supply as well, but the thing is, it's like, I'm not the one who's gonna die. There we go, Gauss Martyr falls for our forces over here. No aircraft. I always like to try and find some aircraft here. Lei's going to fall to our forces as well. There we go. Oh man, I can't believe that Noumea's finally fallen. It's taken a long while, hasn't it? But it's been a hell of a good battle, though. The thing is, though, the lessons from Noumea we're going to apply elsewhere. So if, like, all the battles, really, for things to go like that, I suppose you could say, it's probably best that it happened at Noumea, due to the fact that it's very much an isolated theatre, I suppose. It is almost like a world of its own there, really, isn't it? So we've been able to learn the lessons, really learn how to attack. So it's been really worthwhile. I mean, all the lessons there are worth the casualties. But we'll see what we have in the turn then. But some good stuff. It feels really good. We can actually really look towards the actual strengthening of the island there. But at least there's no more worry about the potential, well, I say worry, it's kind of a shame actually, because it's like I was kind of hoping that he would send something, but unfortunately not. The 80th JAAF arrives in Tokyo. There we go. So thank you to all of you who are watching the replay. I'll see you guys in the future. And sorry for ruining your eardrums there. Okay, there we go, we got rid of the casuals. That's sweet. Yeah, so now Operation No has come to an end, indeed. I mean, this is it. Like, we were very ambitious in the beginning, but I think we've got what we really wanted and really what makes sense for us to take. So I'm going to begin to actually upload the video over here as well. But that's a good few casualties we've inflicted there. It's one of these things he might be talking about, the casualties were sustained at Changsha, but that's... I mean, it's near 4,000. Those are allied infantry, like Western infantry. So, they're worth more than the Chinese, which is nice. Not that it's like a big deal, like, I'm not exactly, God damn it, I'm not exactly looking for a automatic victory, because I don't think it's going to happen. And I'm not going to try and chase an automatic victory, because it's like, well, what's the point? We've got to look towards a long war. I mean, obviously it is us who can decide whether it's going to be a short war or not. But the thing is, DHG has to play ball in some regards there. Like, he has to make mistakes. He has to. I mean, the thing is, it's like you've got to be a very good Japanese player, and you've got to have a allied player who's making mistakes for an automatic victory there. Unless we manage to pull off something crazy, which we might be potentially able to do. Okay, so it's going to begin to upload this video here. So what do you guys think of the turn so far? Obviously, we're still going to look a lot to look over. But as far as it goes, I mean, we suffered the loss of, like, one cargo ship, which is a shame. It's never good losing anything like that. But what we'll do then is we'll assess the situation. It's a shame that we didn't actually sink anything ourselves, really, but... Well, this is it. We had the opportunity of Australia, so I'm going to be really interested to see what's going on over there, actually. Okay. But that's been a really nice turn 60, so Noumea finally falls on turn 60. Amazing. Okay. I'd say it's good to be back doing this. It feels like such a long time since the last one. There we go, so that's uploading now. There we go. So I'll go ahead and send THG that replay in the meantime. Get it done now, be a good idea. Right, 2 seconds here, guys. It's going to send this over. Right, there we go. Sorry about that, took me a little while there. Okay. Well, to be honest, it had the potential for it to go badly for us in the fact of the aircraft over here. But we actually got very lucky there. Right, it looks like he might be flying them out from Palembang, which could make sense, actually. I'm not seeing aircraft over here at Sabang. We do have pretty good information over here at Sabang, actually. So we do see a number of aircraft over here. We do see ships in the ports over here. He's no longer moving his forces. These forces are still moving over here. So 6 units there, 2 units there. He's still got 10 units over here, but we do have an idea roughly of his strength there. Right. But we are now in a position here when we would be able to strike against the airfield at Rangoon, potentially. That airfield in the middle of... well, I don't have any reconnaissance over here. So, maybe. Those new bases you got, is there anything interesting in those locations? We'll check them out. Could be potentially supply. Supply would be really nice, but I'm not expecting that much. Okay, so let's take a look at the actual supply over here. So they should have enough supply here next turn. Yeah, that unit's got 731 tons of supply. Actually, supply required. Right, why do you require so much more supply? Oh, okay, that's interesting. Interesting, okay. Well, what we'll do here, then, is we'll order a deliberate attack with both units, then. There we go. Right, both of them can deliberate attack here. Should we go for an escort to strike at Rangoon? I mean, what I'd like to do is actually hit the airfields at Rangoon, actually. That'd be quite nice. I mean, if we could get the drop on him, really, and just preemptively strike against him, because I definitely feel like he might have been expecting to actually up the ante over there from Burma, from Rangoon. So if we can really turn the tables on him, that'd be very, very, very nice. We're going to continue to hunt down this Chinese unit over here. I mean, I could send another force, but the fact is this unit's already over here, so we're going to keep chasing them down. We know that they can defeat them, so it's worthwhile doing so. Air losses, yeah, we'll take a look at that. So, supply at Changsha is building up once again. We're going to be basically sitting here for the next few turns anyway, just trying to repair our forces over here. Assault value hasn't really increased that much at the moment, but then again, it's looking less due to the fact that these divisions are divided. When they are actually put back together, they do have more AV. The Allies in one of the Pacific games usually stack the entire Indian Air Force in Rangoon. Yeah, potentially so. The unit next to Nanning is moving west. Yeah, it is actually, isn't it? Interesting. That is interesting. What's the actual terrain over here at Nanning? It's wooded, actually. And that's interesting, actually. And you know what? Okay, let's... Well... And this unit remains in place. Ah, that's crazy. Ah, it's over here, is it? He's marched pretty damn quick. Okay, okay. Right, we're gonna have these guys unpack. Yeah, he's got just the one unit there. Now, I've got... You're headed to Wuchang at the moment. I do have you heading north, but what I'm gonna do here is cancel that movement. I could just have the 34th Division sally forth to take care of it, to be absolutely sure of a victory, but I do have these infantry brigades over here. It would be nice to have some reconnaissance over it, just figure out what it is, but one unit shouldn't be that tough. I think what I'm gonna do here then is, yeah, I was considering this, but I think what we'll do then is we'll just be sensible and head to Xinjiang. Okay, our units are marching over here to deal with the war area. Okay. But yeah, that's really well spotted there. When will our powers be dropping? The boys are getting antsy. Well, this is it. We're going to be getting ready here soon. So, let's see. They've just arrived. They'll be unpacked tomorrow. The 2nd Raiding Regiment will be unpacked tomorrow. Now... We do have our transports here in location. Well, on location. We do have the additional transports over here at Hankau. I do have these transports over here, the L3Y2s. So now what I could potentially do is have the L3Y2s transferred over there to Luchao. Or potentially elsewhere, but more than likely Luchao. And then we'll be able to move out there pretty quickly. And we're going to have access to basically all of China, which would be nice. We might drop... I don't know. I don't think we drop today. It's one of these things, I need to wait for the Changsha army to be ready. The thing is, it's like we can drop the paratroopers and seize the base, but the thing is, it doesn't look like he's in a major hurry to garrison them. So, I think we'll wait at least another day. I'd like to wait about 3-4 days in total, maybe even 5 days, as long as we can, without him actually moving into these bases, really. The reason being that the longer we wait here... the longer we give our forces over here to build up, the better there, really. Okay, I was kind of hoping that these 8th... Yeah, I was kind of hoping the 8th Armoured Company would be... Armoured Car Company would be there tomorrow, well, today. But they won't be. Ah, see you later then, Epic Duck. Have a good one, my dude. Ah, see you later then, Influenza. Yeah, see you later then on the Discord, my dude. Okay. You're moving to Wuchang. Yeah, moving to Changsha. Additional support there is always good. The 6th Division's moving into Changsha as well, so that's another division for us there. The 4th Brigade's moving to the south over here. He can't get there quickly from Changsha, though. It's one of these things, it's like... I don't know how much he knows. I don't know if he suspects what's going to be going on here. It's unlikely, or I don't know, maybe, but we'll see about that. Right, so our heavy cruisers have arrived over here at Pescadores. Now, superb. We can finally bombard over here at Wenkao. I'm not going to say this turn, considering they've used a lot of operation points here. But we'll be able to begin the process of bombarding then in the next 2 days over here. So their home port is going to be Shanghai. So they'll be able to rearm. Yeah, bombard Wenkao, rearm at Shanghai, refuel at Shanghai. We're just going to bombard the ever-living fuck out of the place. Right. Retirement is allowed. That's good news. I think we should wait today to make sure we hit his supply bases for even lower bombing. Jesus Christ, how low do you want to go there, Cal? 3,000 feet's working fine. We can see that he's using AA as well now, which is good news. So that's going to up the amount of supply he's using there, which is very nice. Right, this is great. I don't know, it's one of these things, isn't it? The crazy stuff is becoming more and more, like, real, isn't it? I mean, this is it. I mean, depending on how China goes, it could honestly change a huge amount with the war here. It's an unbelievable amount of stuff that could potentially happen here. How long can you get the limbic steak? We'll have to check out that one. Okay. To be honest, it's like, I'm trying to see, well then again, he might have ships out in the actual port, well, that aren't docked, and I don't think we'd be able to see them. I'd like to get some naval search up and around here as well, actually, which would be quite nice. Indeed, drive me closer. Right. So take a look at the ship's loss then. We were reacting to something over here, which is strange. We were reacting to the submarine, perhaps? So... Ship losses, ship sunk, there we go. Last turn, the Aiko Maru. She's a nice ship. She's a... Oh, it could have been a patrol boat. I like this class of ship, actually. It could have been converted. So she wasn't especially huge. I don't know what she would have been carrying. We didn't see any troops go down, so it might have been one of our ships over here carrying supplies. We do have near 10,000 tons of supply over here to Kandari now, which is good news. Some fuel's finally in the port as well, which is excellent. I might just have the actual cargo ships disband completely this turn. The reason being that we can just avoid all the shenanigans then. Okay. See you later, J Street. Have a good one. Oh, I said like good night and good at the same time, which is weird. Once we run out of bombs over Changsha, we fly over the open fields and hit them. Okay, wow. I think I saw that in 28 weeks later, actually, with a helicopter. Right. So they've arrived over here at Tenno. We did have the flooding increase in, which wasn't good. I'm going to attempt to get them to Waldwarp. I mean, the thing is, let's see. Both my ARs are at truck, aren't they? What's actually the damage? Is it major? Yeah, it's a lot of major damage. Those ones could be dealt with. We'll get them to Bibaldwarp, and then at least I can actually get them relatively out of the danger zone. So they can head there at cruise speed. So return to Bibaldwarp. But what I'll do is I'll have the two that aren't so very... not too bad, Namikaze. She's only got 3 major damage, so she could be repaired at truck. She could be potentially repaired at Bibaldwarp, to be fair. No Kazi, but I'm going to say no Kazi heads to truck. Namikaze, she might be repaired at Bibaldwarp, but I'll probably have them. Well, they're making good speed, so I'll have them both head to truck. At least then they can definitely repair there. Okay. Do you have our DMSs moving in there? Right. Additional landing forces are in the area here. Okay. Right, we do have the first raiding regiment over here. These are additional paratroopers. I thought about having them head to China, but the thing is, it's like it takes a long time to get to China. Okay, so this task force is spotted. So if he was thinking about trying to hit us there, he's going to have another thing coming. 3 ships there. Okay, they are in the same hex then, which is good news. I mean, maybe we moving northwest. That's strange. AMs. I wonder if that's that force from over there. Probably is, to be honest. Interesting. Right. Auto mod has been enabled for this channel. I don't know what that does. I didn't touch anything. On the slow boat to China. Well, what I'm thinking here is, well... So in regards to like the Kitabatai, I think we are in a strong position. The Kitabatai is always strongest out at open sea, really, due to the fact that you do have like flexibility. I'm half tempted to maybe go another day to the west, perhaps. Maybe like southwest and then head back. It's the... I'm not going to chase these, because I don't think it's worth chasing. If something's heading northwest, he's trying to throw it against the MKB. And if he's trying to throw it against the MKB, it's one of those of, well, he's not going to give a shit if it's lost. So that makes me think he's trying to distract us. So, it's either... It's about a 70-30 thing here at the moment. 70% is we head back, 30% chances we head southwest again, and try and pick off anything here. We know he has Hudsons out here from Geraldton operating out to about 10 hexes, which is, yeah, so outside the range of his aircraft here. Are they spotted? That's a good question, actually. One of them is spotted. I could potentially have Ryujo and Hosho go this way. We can't keep going south. The thing is, we can't get near here because he has aircraft, and if he had... Well, this is it. He's had aircraft at Geraldton last turn. He might have float planes this turn. So this is something we've got to bear in mind there, really. We can't push our luck too much, so what I'm really proposing here is that we actually head out west. I don't know. It's one of these things, there might still be stuff out here, but we are going to be heading back relatively soon. It's either this turn we head back, or really a day from now. We'll take a look at the actual stores. We'll take a look at really what we did spot in the area. Now, what I find interesting is we did see a... Did we see a strike out this way? That's what I want to know about. No, we don't have the fuel there for that, Carl, unfortunately. I wish we did. Right, so they're packing here. Although we formed them back up into one unit, move west for one. Yeah. Well, this is it. Either northwest or southwest. It's one of those. What I want to find here is that report that we saw earlier, actually. Right, B5M1K. 40132, 42136 near Carnarvon. We did have a strike that failed to go through. Where was that? I'm not seeing it here, but we did have it. Maybe we have to go through the actual replay again to see that. But then again, we should have spotted it here, actually, so we'll take a look. $41.32. We'll just check these out then. So Carnarvon is 49.133. This is 45.136. This is 47.130. $38.130. Something's there. We apparently... Yeah, okay, something is in this area. Interesting. So something is definitely out in this area then. Apparently at least 5 ships. Or maybe 5 ships. I don't know if there's 5 ships here. But there's ships here. supposedly, or at least were spotted here. So there's all, yeah, there is something out here, so it was the right decision to move over here. How you doing there, Hilty? Oh, is this the first time having you on stream, man? Welcome. Yeah, I mean, this is turn 60 of the War on the Pacific play-by email series that myself and the Historical Gamer are playing. Both sides are basically recorded, so I'm playing as the Japanese Empire, and the Historical Gamer is playing as the Allied forces. Definitely worth checking out his channel, but welcome, my dude. I mean, this is going to be quite a shock for you then, if you've only just come across the actual series, but welcome, my dude, welcome. Yeah, let's not do a Coral Sea battle. Well, the thing is, I don't think the carriers are in the area. I don't think they're here. I don't really think they are. We're playing the Grand Campaign here, actually. So, it's interesting, actually. So, we did have a strike potentially against the ships, but the thing is, the B5M1s couldn't locate them, I believe. We're playing Scenario 1. I wish we were playing the crazy scenario. That would have been fantastic, actually. So, I'm just replying to a message here, guys. 2 seconds. Okay. The crazy scenario, I forget, was it Hako-Iki or something like that? I can't remember the exact name of the scenario. But it's basically a crazy scenario where Japan has all, like, just so much extra stuff. It's kind of mental. Right then. So, sorry about that. I'm like, it's one of these things I'm really bad at, like, talking and replying and reading a message at the same time. So sorry about that. Try not to be rude. But you're right, okay. So, one allied ship there at 42132, 42136. So, 42136. 42136. There's apparently a ship over here as well. Was it like 40... 42136 and 42132. 42132 here as well, apparently. Interesting. So the thing is, there are a number of actual assets in the area. Well, I mean, this is it. If there's battleships on the way, then I don't know. I don't think it's particularly likely, but we'll see about that. We know he was moving the surface navy out. I mean, potentially so, but the thing is, I think we're still in a strong position here. And after all, we do have some very nice destroyers, we do have 2 heavy cruisers. I mean, I'd like to say that we are able to detect threats as they come towards us, but I don't think the weather's been particularly fantastic in this area, actually. Okay, right. For a moment, I thought that said British... British battleships, indeed. Right, so, I think what I'm going to do here, then, is I'm going to, like, save it 2 seconds before we do make any changes. It's always a good idea. I do think what we have to bear in mind, then, is... I don't know. I don't think it's very likely that there will be heavy support in the area. Potentially, there could be. But even if he was to send something from Java... I don't know. He might have some cruisers out this way, but I'm not entirely sure about that. We're not going to be spending too much longer out here, so I don't know how likely it is for him to actually get such strong assets as that. Is it yeah, there we go, F7. Right, yeah, so it is bad weather in the area here. Severe storms, severe storms. Now, he does have 2 out of 6 detection over here, so he has detection over Zuiho and Taio. So I don't know whether he has detection over... Well, I don't know. Has he seen the entirety of the Kitabatai? Does he know if the entire Kitabatai is here? Does he really have an... I don't know. There's a lot of questions in this area, isn't there? I strongly protest keeping MKP in the area. Well, the thing is, we're not going to be staying in the area. Like, we will be attacking here because of the fact that apparently... apparently there's a unit... task force, and apparently there's like a task force over here somewhere. So I think what we'll be doing is consolidating the NKB, but what I'll probably looking towards doing is either heading south or heading north. But I might even head due west, and then head back up. And heading west might be the best option, actually. Maybe a southwest approach, but something like this area, I think. If we head north, then I don't know. But I think we try and move out this way and then we move back. Of course, it does depend on the actual amount of fuel. We do see that some of the ships are starting to run a little bit low. But that's going to be the final deciding thing there. Have you had any sorties against him there? We did actually pick off some... we managed to sink a small tanker last turn. We have detected a few ships over here as well. But very poor, so not really worthwhile trying to chase here at the moment. Just about we bloody can't. Okay, so our forces marching upon Singapore here at long last. That's going to be a lot of fun. Potentially so, potentially so. I don't know. I'm not feeling that concerned in this area here. I think what he's trying to do is, as we can see, he does have forces headed north, which is interesting. I think what I'm going to do is just continue to try and avoid him directly. Also, we do have, so we have 1 heavy cruiser there, so 2 heavy cruisers, and a fair few destroyers. Also, it'd be a rather unfortunate meeting if we did have our carriers come into service combat, but ideally they do not. But yeah, indeed, Noumea has fallen as of today, which is fantastic. So these forces are now available to be moved elsewhere, which is just fantastic. I mean, that was brilliant. I mean, actually, you know what? Fuck me, look at that. Yeah, 715 supply. He was at the end there. I mean, had it not fallen today, it would have fallen inevitably. Noumea force a strike where next? Well, what I'm going to be looking towards doing is actually having infantry. Like, the Imperial Japanese Army forces are going to be returning more than likely to Japan. Well, Japan, not China, but definitely China. I don't know why I said Japan. China, really. China, Malaya, that sort of area. We're going to have them go back and reform their divisions. The good news is we just strike out Lean on the ground and Hudson on the ground. Yeah, we didn't see anything bad supply here, so he was definitely coming towards the end of it there. An old man's bald patch, god damn it. Yeah, we'll take a look at the base. The base itself is actually perfectly functional, which is fantastic. I've got to get the mines out of here, though. The map mod I'm using is by a user, well, it was by a user called ChemKid, but unfortunately, I think he's in witness protection or something of that nature. Could somebody be a really good sport and post a link from my Discord to the actual channel? That would really save me a lot of time there. If you head over and join the my Discord via Hitterbrint, I'll be able to send you a link to it. You could ostensibly capture some islands on the trip back. Well, yeah, that's not a bad idea, actually. That's not a bad idea at all. We do want to get our forces moving out of here shortly. But what we'll be doing then, well, these guys have arrived at Lafoa, so they're going to remain in position here at Lafoa for the time being. But yeah, I'm very glad the battle's finally over now. Right, there's a fair few resources over here, so let's take a look. What survived here, then? Now, I think all the light industry, I can't remember if it's in brackets, it's actually functional, or whether... But I think the light industry has been destroyed? I think it's been destroyed. Has it been destroyed? I don't think it's been destroyed. I think it's functional. I think it is functional. Oh, hell. And if that's functional, then I think that should produce us about 30 supply per turn, which is not a lot, but... I mean, 10 turns, that's 300 supply. You know what I mean? It builds up over time. It does build up over time. But let's take a look then. So what we're going to be doing with these forces then is looking to get them out. I mean, the 144th Regiment needs to head back. Like, see, if they were in Malaya, they could have formed the 55th Division. They'll be heading back soon enough. Right, and the 4th Infantry Division here is part of the 2nd Regiment, but yeah, I might have these guys actually sent to the Philippines potentially to help out there. Okay. Now, I do need to clear mines out from here, but what I'm probably going to do is, I'm still nervous about a potential threat from the south. I'll feel more oh, hello. Right, 2 ships sighted over here then. So he's being sneaky then, isn't he? And ships over here. Okay. I'm going to have to take a look at the operations report over here. The good news is we do have more submarines coming into the area with additional float planes, so ideally that'll go well. You might wish to leave some forces in Noumea. Well, what I'm going to do here is leave the naval forces, the naval guard. I'm going to look for a fairly small garrison if possible, but I'm going to say probably like 2 or 3 naval guard units. 1 at each of these bases, so Comac, Lafawa, and Noumea. The reason being just to prevent an easy landing. I mean, I could do with some sort of garrison at Benep Island to secure it, even just a small garrison, just to prevent him from immediately taking it. The thing is with the Japanese forces, they don't really surrender at all, which is fantastic. So even small garrisons can be really difficult for him, also a pain in the arse for him, which is good news. Okay. Right, we are detecting more aircraft over here. Definitely more aircraft. Let's see. Yeah. The Sanuki Maru has arrived here, which is superb. And so what I can do is actually put her into the actual port, which is fantastic. So we'll put her into the port there. Ikazi over there as well, but she's not in port. Right, so now we do have a aviation tender in port at Sanomua. That does give us the ability to look after these aircraft over here, which is superb. So, yeah, the job of these F1M2Bs is just to run reconnaissance over Port Moresby. The 56th Division is continuing to march over land. Obviously, that fatigue is going to build up and disruption is going to build up. But once we do arrive, that's fine. We'll just let them rest a while and then we'll attack or potentially see what the situation is on the ground. I might look for a bombardment if I can spare something heavy, like a heavy cruiser or a battleship, really. We'll see. Right, China Maru. Right, the patrol boat has not yet arrived. So, let's see. Of course. That was a boo-boo. But we'll unload over here then. Yeah, we'll unload there next turn. That's my bad there. You're heading over there. Yeah, there we go. Forgot to change that. So, we'll be taking these bases over here then in the next 2 days. These bases will form the next few days. So we're going to have the vast majority of New Guinea here pretty quickly, within the week, really. I mean, there's no resistance as far as yet, so that's good news. I don't think that force is moving as of yet. But right, let's take a look over here then. Is that force already underway? Haha, hell yeah. Right, fantastic. So the 11th Air Fleet has been loaded and is going to arrive at Gazmata next turn. That's brilliant. They're going to arrive in combat mode. So the good news is then I'm going to be able to just use all these bases here and run torpedoes from them, which is excellent. Now, Raval does have a support issue here, but that's not too bad. Aviation support is 54, we do require 40, but that's not bad. I mean, we can sustain a big squadron here. This is a big squadron after all. That's fine by me. Okay. Right. God damn it. Sometimes I do these things and I forget about this. Right, unload. What's the situation in China, Burma, India? Well, we are making some very good progress. To be honest, it is looking amazing. We've identified that THG has left the bases at Tuyun and Chungking undefended. So what we're going to be doing here then is we are preparing to drop paratroopers from Luchao. They're just unpacking for one more day. We did attack over here at Changsha last turn with our forces. We did have about 7,000 AV. We did lose about 16,000 casualties, which is actually pretty low ball numbers. But what we are doing here then is just waiting, building up our forces. I'm moving all available transport aircraft to China. So really what we are looking towards doing is just a series of fell strikes against the Chinese forces here in China. We're hoping that we might be able to defeat the Chinese in 1942, which is going to be amazing. We're hoping for that. I still find it interesting that he's moved out one unit here from Ichang. But as far as it goes, the situation in China is, well, we've done well so far. It's been a tough one. We could have done better, but we're not doing too bad. The 104th Division's making good progress. He looks like he's moving some forces out from Luchao over here. But yeah, the thing is, I just don't think he's really responding to the situation here. We do actually have some house rules in regards, but not so much I can remember off the top of my hat in regards to China per se. He's not allowed to base strategic aircraft here in China. Yeah, we don't have anything in regards to like paratroopers in China. I just think it's the case that for a long time, it's only really in the last few days that we've moved paratroopers to China at all, really. So I think it's just a case of, well, he might not actually be aware of the fact that I do have paratroopers, or just how deep I can actually strike if I wish to do so. But as far as we can identify here, there's one unit over here, and two over here in Guiyang. So what we're hoping to do then is seize both bases at the same time. I'm going to try to contest the base over here at Hengyang if I can get additional forces here. We're going to just cause them a lot of problems, really. What we're hoping to do is just really cut the amount of supply to trickle over here to the Chinese forces and just really force them into position where they're going to be blown to hell, really. In Burma, we did have the 2nd Royal Thai Army Division beaten up, unfortunately. The thing is, it's like it was moving out from this hex over here, but it was in operation mode when the actual British forces arrived. They arrived, they moved pretty damn quick, actually. That would open up more than 1 million troops. Well, this is it, really. We could be looking at the Marialas being garrisoned by divisions, like every one of them being garrisoned by a division. We can look at Aleutians having just the Aleutian operation having significantly more men available. We could look at a lot of crazy stuff, like an overland invasion of India is entirely possible. We could do a lot of crazy stuff. I'm still toying with the idea that maybe we do go for a preemptive war against the Soviet Union. It sounds kind of crazy, but it could be potentially accomplished if we do this fast enough. If we can actually get enough force over here ready beforehand, we could potentially overwhelm the Soviet forces in Siberia. I mean, if we were able to see cities like Vladivostok, I mean, that's a lot of heavy industry. I mean, it's a lot of resources I could potentially gain access to, which would be insane. This is the insane option. But there's like additional oil over here. I mean, there's just, yeah, there's a lot of crazy shit. Refineries over here, which are really nice. Repair shipyard, aircraft factories, which, yeah, I think if we shut them down, they're shut down forever. This is the crazy option. It would take an insane amount of planning, but it could be potentially done. Yeah, like there's a refinery over here as well. Oil over here. Well, I mean, it's one of these things. It is a crazy aspect. It's one of these of, well, if we wait too long, he's obviously going to receive additional forces. I think the Soviets do get reinforced quite heavily in like 1942 at some point. But if we did it early enough, we could actually really defeat the Soviets before they could get to that point, really. Well, yeah, we could have some forces freed up to actually assault Northern Australia. That'd be cool. They do have a lot of troops, but the thing is, we have a lot more troops at this moment in time. Like, you've got to bear in mind, this is like 1942, like February 1942. I mean, like, obviously, the Russians have pushed the Germans back from Moscow in December 1941, but the situation's still tenuous there. Still brutal as hell. But this is the thing there, Mark. It's like, if we do defeat China, we do have the Kwantong Army, we do have the Chinese Expeditionary Forces, we have a lot of men that I could potentially throw over here to the north. It's one of these things of when I don't imagine I'll have to play the political point cost house rule to take these. The thing is, it's like, we can only consider war against the Soviets if we do defeat China quickly enough. But this would be the easiest operation to potentially go for due to the fact that, well, we have these major rail lines over here. We have Manchuria as a major base, Korea. It is obviously close to the homeland. We could potentially throw a lot of assets. Like, we could potentially have, like, cruisers bombarding here. It's one of those. It is a crazy option. I'm not saying it's a sane option. It is crazy. It is crazy to involve the Soviets in war early. But the thing is, it's like, there is potentially a lot of gain there. Like, for example, Vladivostok's only worth 630, but there is a lot to be gained from this. If we did do it, it would be kind of crazy. And I think it would have the play-by-email definitely go down the realm of alternate history. But I think that is what makes this fun. And then again, it could lead to ultimate defeat in China, but it's one of these things. You throw the dice, you take the risk. Okay. But as far as it goes there, I mean, in the Dutch East Indies, we were obviously quite slow in getting going with that one due to my inexperience when we first began. Still not bad experience, but we are getting there. We are gaining speed now. So if we take a look, we are seeing a few forces there in Surabaya. Right, looks like he moved out a lot of those fighters, which is interesting. I wonder, what's in range there from Surabaya? Oh yeah, that's, I'm going to say that's too far. Yeah, it's definitely too far. Never get involved in a land war in Asia, unless you could win it. If you did do that, would you ever be able to get those troops out again? Or will you have to keep troops there until the end of the game due to Soviet reinforcements? Well, I mean, that's it. I mean, you can take this. It can be taken, I think. I don't know if it can be taken with it being off-map. But you could probably make it hellish. But I don't know. I don't know, really. Like, like the Soviets would be a really, really effing tough foe. The fact is they do have tank divisions, and they're tough. But like a good like 100 or 200 AV right there just on their own, so yeah. It's one of these things of where we'd have to be really quite good. It would be nice to have some ground attack craft, but we'll see. We'll really... It is a crazy option. I'm not saying it's a sane option, so don't get too excited here, guys. We've got to win the war first over here in China. But it is going well so far. Right, so let's take a look at our forces over here then. So fatigue has recovered quite nicely, quite quickly. Obviously, we'll continue to rest here. Obviously, I'm looking at the wrong units. Right, there we go. That's more like it. But actually, that's not too bad. I mean, we were looking at like 40s and etc. last turn, 40s and 50s. So it is recovering quickly enough. Also, we do have these units spread out into the detachments, ideally to try and pick up additional replacements and have them just rest. It's like the more dice rolls we do for these units resting, the better, really. But seems like we would just be training one enemy that tying down our troops. Well, this is it. It's one of these things of we only attack the Soviets if we do this early enough. There is an AAR on the forum of where somebody did end up in war against the Soviet Union. I think they started from the beginning of the game to plan war with the Soviet Union. I'd have to find that that AAR to really take a look at it. Oh, how you doing there, OCB84? The stream's going well, my dude. The game's really picking up. We are getting there. Things are really starting to happen now. It's been very good so far. Okay. Right. Now the question comes down to, will we be attacking here at Rangoon? I think for the moment it is worthwhile doing. There is a lot of enemy fighters over there. Right, Ben. Has he still got that AVG? Sorry, do you want to just like clarify what you mean by the AVG? Sorry. He unloads supplies in Russia by mistake, and oh, is that it? He unloads supplies in Russia by mistake. Yeah, I know it's something crazy like that. Can you imagine that? Like, Jesus Christ, he'd be like, oh shit. Oh dear. Yeah. Now, let's take a look at this. So we do... I mean, the benefit here that we do have is the A5M4s are ready. Oh! Are we talking about the... Ah, right, the American Volunteer Group. Well, the actual interesting thing then is we had a lot of trouble with the Flying Tigers for some time. We did in the last... Was it a week ago? It might have been a few days ago, but we did a few days ago really just devastate the Flying Tigers in China. We had a Ki-43 squadron in China shoot down like 9 or 10 of them without losing a single fight. It was just, honestly, it was like the most amazing performance by the 43 1C model so far. Went really well. Stupid well, actually. Okay. Now, we're not... I think it's going to be next turn when we're able to actually bombard Wenkao with the heavy cruisers. So what we're going to do is continue to wait on here, and then we'll bombard. So the issues with Wenkao is... he's not producing any resources, but the thing is, he was generating 61 tons per turn. Well, actually, no, it's more than that. It's like 61 times 20, I think. So he was, like, generating a lot of resources. So the thing is, his industry there is still producing supply. So it's a shame, but we are going to have to just hit that supply. Well, hit that industry to a degree, but really what we're going to be doing is hitting his forces. Just going to keep on bombarding them with the 200mm guns there until they actually do just give in. Now, we do have a decent amount of AV there, but it is going to take some time just to kill them. Just to deal with it still. Tigers have been blooded, but are still combat worthy. I think, well, I mean, usually there's a lot of aircraft around here at Chungking and around this sort of area. So he's probably got what remains of them over here at Chungking. Like, there were still flying tigers over here at Changte, but I did stop attacking them due to the fact that we had other things to do. Okay, so the airfield damage here is 58%, which is fantastic. So what I'm going to do here then is switch over to hitting the ground forces again. Okay, I was wondering if he moved them out. Well, he has moved some of them out to, like, Burma and, like, Malaya. I think some of them are in Burma now. Okay, we're going to switch over to the ground attack. So, all level bombers are going to be hitting the ground forces over here at Changshan again. But that was good. We'll hit his supply, hit the airfield, prevent him from building up the fortifications, and just then go back to hitting the troops when he repairs the damage. We hit the airfield again. In the meantime, we continue to actually replenish our forces. We continue to build up our supply. We're going to wait a few days until we can actually build up maybe about 7,000 AV again, or near enough, and then we will go ahead and attack. Ideally, at that time, we'll be able to coordinate with this actual paratrooper landing in northern China as well, which is superb. Well, would be superb if we can pull it off. Right, so you're over here. What the hell was I going to do with you? Maybe move the base forces out? So that's a lot of transports, actually. Oh, see you later, no name. That kind of sucks. Okay, they're moving out. Right, so we should have additional aviation support here shortly. Okay, so this is actually undetected. Oh, wow, okay, so they're both undetected here at the moment. Right. Did I not send them? Oh, they're going to merge, okay, that's fine. Retirement, remain on station. Remain on station. We are going to put you to absolute here, so you do not bugger off. Right, absolute. Okay, so we will be landing here at Sinkawang next turn, which is going to be quite good there. The base there at Sinkawang is still damaged, but we do still have a lot of engineers in here. It's taken us a long time. We should have had Sinkawang like weeks ago, but we're finally getting round to it there, really. So we'll see Sinkawang. That's going to give us another foothold over here on Borneo. It's going to give us another foothold closer to Java. I don't know what forces he still has over here. I was hoping it would have been more effective, but these guys are just soaking up all the actual bloody attacks there, really. Which is a pain in the arse, but it is what it is. Okay. Are you guys buffering? No. No. I don't know if I can do anything on my end about that. Right, Hagi is moving over there, or Haji. Right, they're unloading supply. Still not able to use the drop tanks over here at Makassar. Okay, what I'm going to do is put them on 30% combat patrol. I might increase it to, yeah, I think 30 and then have 10% at least rest and it'll be fine. Oh, that's good then. Right. So, I'm sure he had more fighters here last turn, so I think he might move them out somewhere. He might be moving them to, like, Sumatra. He might be moving them north into, yeah, like, maybe, like, north to Sumatra. Moving them up that way, really. I guess that's what I think he might be doing. I wish I had more reconnaissance, I'm not gonna lie. I'm still wondering what they were reacting to. It must have been a submarine or something like that. Must have been. Right. So, I-156 has arrived over here. She should be... yeah, she's rearmed, which is superb. So what I can get her to do then... I might have one submarine over here. I don't know. Do I bother keeping one submarine out here? I don't think so. I think I want to have all my submarines out here, really. Just try and make a maximum effort in this area as much as possible. Though, saying that, it might be worthwhile having something patrol these waters here. We never know what we might come up against. It might be worth potentially having it patrol... I think I'll have it patrol the Java Sea. it could be worthwhile to just gather some information from that. Obviously, we'll work out the proper patrol pattern later. I'll be looking towards the deep water. But we'll take a look at that, because it could be very handy, actually. We could potentially gain some information from that. I mean, if he attacks us with something like a destroyer, then at least we know there's destroyers active in the area. We know what he's doing to a degree. And there's lots of important information there. We know he's using his PPYs, which is interesting. And we'll take a look at the aircraft losses, actually. Right, aircraft losses. So we lose 4 K-27s, 3 K-48s, but I mean, I wipe my ass with the K-27s, you know what I mean? It's not a good platform. It's a training plane, really. He loses 3 B339Ds. He loses 2 Hudsons. He doesn't... Oh, no, he does lose an Aerocobra. Nice, nice. Very lucky. He loses a PBY-5 as well, but I think that was the one we definitely hit on the actual at Noumea. Okay. Not bad at all there. Well, unfortunately, like, we did have some confusion in the first few days of the actual play-by-email. Like, I thought I wasn't able to actually hunt down the enemy CVs, like, during that time. But it turned out, really, I could have hunted them after the first day, but, I mean, it's stuff what happens, really. But we did have some stuff, I mean, we seized Midway early in the war, which is nice. We've had Midway for some time, so we've got some H6 K4s established out there. But we've not had any CV... Well, I don't know. I think the closest we've had to carrier-on-carrier was the Mini-Capitai air power intercepting the planes, while the actual swordfish from the Hermes attacking at Kandari, which wiped them more or less out. But we've not had direct CV-on-CV action as of yet. I kind of feel like... I feel like the American carriers are kind of in this axis over here. They could be kind of anywhere in this area, maybe. It's probably about time... Enough time passed that he could be over here in New Zealand, potentially. Which is why I'm kind of... I don't know, I kind of feel a little bit anxious about sending anything to New Caledonia. We've sent ships out from New Caledonia, and I think we'll stay like that for a little while. I can prepare, like, some sort of landing... some sort of force to pick these guys up, but I'm not going to be doing it in a hurry. But as far as I can tell, it looks like the light industry did survive, I think. I don't know if it did. It's like, I tell you what, Ryan, what we're going to do here, I forget which way around it is. It's either in the parentheses, in the brackets, when it survived or like, active. I can't remember. So what we're going to do here then is turn 16.1. We're going to save it here. I'm going to open up the actual tracker. We'll take a look at that. I mean, I want to believe the industry is in good condition, because that'd be fantastic to have some industry down there going. That'd be absolutely amazing. But I've been disappointed in life too many times to actually believe it. So it is really what it is. Right. Goddamn! I wish the I wish on the actual Discord it would stop like posting screenshots of like the actual gaming progress. Because the issue is it sometimes gives stuff away. And what I'm going to do here then is actually post a link to my Discord and put that in the chat there. So for those of you who aren't in the Discord, it's definitely worthwhile joining. Got a nice little community going. The best thing is it's not all about me, which is nice. I don't want it to be all about me. I want it to be a nice community, which is cool. Right, let's go ahead and take a look then. So, I'm going to grab the save here then. Not scenarios, that's the wrong one. Right, 199. Yeah, my desktop is bad. I know someone's going to point it out in the next 5 minutes, or you're thinking it. And if you're thinking it, well, tough. Donate to this number to change it. Oh dear. Right, 199. Case of like press M for murder, isn't it? But what I'm going to do here then is we'll go back in. So save. Right, here we go. I'm going to load this. I'm going to get into the actual habit of doing it. See, it really does make sense. So once it's in there, oh god damn it, that was the wrong one. How you doing there, Carl? Good to have you back, my friend. Well, I mean, the thing is, if it's destroyed, I'm not going to repair it, so I don't think it would be worth repairing. But if it's like in good operational order, then that would be quite nice. It'd be a nice little prize there. It's finally good to see the base fall. Oops, wrong one. There we go. Okay. But yeah, if it's there or not doesn't particularly matter. We can obviously be reducing amounts of supply usage on the island here dramatically, as there's not going to be a goddamn battle going on every 5 seconds, so that's fine. Well, I mean, supply in China, like, he will have enough supply in China for a while. It's going to take us a little while to, like, burn through it, and obviously we can try and make it as hard as possible. But hitting him at low level is really good. I mean, the good news is we should be more effective against hitting his ground forces next turn if we're flying in that altitude. We've always got to be prepared that he is going to probably send in additional air power at some point in the future, so we cannot do anything unescorted, really. Like, when we do land with the paratroopers, I'm going to try and get an escort for them as well. If we're to land at Tenno, I'm going to have to rely on surprise. I'm not really going to be able to have a combat patrol head out all that way. It's just not really feasible. And I could have the Kai-40 freeze, but I don't know. Maybe we'll see about the Kai-40 freeze, actually. It depends. Right, here we go. Current turn. What I'm going to do, though, is... Not that one. Right. Operations, intel. There we go, intel. Okay. So we're going to load the new signal intelligence. So read signal intelligence. So go to the desktop. There we go. Japanese signal intelligence. Lovely. Operations. Yeah, I should have been doing this from the start. I don't know why I never thought to do it like this, to be honest. It's bloody easier. Right, desktop. Alright, Japanese operations. Current turn, there we go. Can't wait to land and take that base. Well, maybe 2 turns at minimum. I'd ideally be looking towards waiting a little bit longer. Like, everyday reconnaissance does help us due to the fact that we do have potentially an idea if there's a unit in there. Things could change in the time between, we do not know. But the more prepared we are, the better, really. The more prepared we are, the better. Well, this is it. It would be nice to try and land them simultaneously, but it might actually be all the better to actually have it somewhat spaced apart, due to the fact then it gives him that sort of time of where he's like, oh shit, okay, what am I going to send to deal with that? But also the fact is, he's still going to have the amount of supply that he would have by that turn. It's not going to be immediately shut off. It'd be a case of, like, if we keep on hitting him until we're ready, he's not going to have as much supply being returned. Then obviously when we do hit him, it's going to create like a black hole of supply. Okay, let's see here. Airplane. Okay. Low garrison, yeah, I'm going to sort that out in the future as much as we can. More of these going into the pool, which is good. Coast Watchers, port has 1 ship at Wenkao, that's quite surprising. Probably, I don't know what the hell will be there. Must be out of fuel or something. Yeah, right, there we go. So sighting reports B5M1, B5M1, 40, 132, 1 ship moving northwest at speed 11. That could be a tanker. Salajar. That's Hagi. Okay, we're aware of that one. B5M1K, 38, 130, Carnarvon. 5 ships moving northwest at speed 16. Now, that's really important, the fact of that speed there. I really do want to make that point clear. That could be a warship. It could be a warship, it could be something fast, but it could be a warship. Now, warships do cruise at 15 knots on around about, but something going 16 knots is interesting, but it could be a warship. Or potentially a few warships. It's a really good thing that we have, like, the MKB in the same hex system, because we can actually put it together if we need to, which is really good. That additional security is really nice. He's got some detection of the MKB. I don't think we're in a position here where... I don't know. I could have like 1 half still move out, but I don't think it's really worth it at this moment. I think we consolidate. Well, he's got It's the one that was probably near Carnarvon, but it was spotted. Probably spotted by aircraft. He might even have, like, float planes out that way now. Who knows? Float planes over here. Okay. Loss admitted, yeah. Right, reported hit. Yeah, PBY 5. Sighted there near Kopang. Which is interesting there. Task Force 53. Followed by reconnaissance detected by PBY 4. He's got a lot of PBYs in the area. He has got a lot of PBYs. Float plane. Allied aircraft. Right, signal intelligence. Heavy volume of radio transmissions detected at Pearl Harbor. So that's either something big's arrived at Pearl Harbor, or he's preparing something big at Pearl Harbor. But either way, it's probably not something that's good for us. But something's going on there at Pearl Harbor. I'd love to know what actually defines, or I wonder what the actual parameters are for the game to say, right, okay, this is big enough to set off something at, well, with the Japanese bloody signal intelligence. Because ours is rubbish. He has significantly better than we do. 116184, worth checking out. Radio transmission detected Wellington. Yeah, we're aware of this one now. Excuse me. Cyan, now that's in China. So something's going over there at China. I could do again some reconnaissance over into the north, really. Right, so we'll take a look at the actual map. So let's see. Yeah, crazy, isn't it? We don't have to go that far here. So, we do have fairly good detection in this area, so I don't know, there might be something here. I think there's something here. Check that grid, whatever that is on top. Yeah, we'll take a look at that soon. Take a look at that soon. We're not going to head any further south. Not worth it, in my opinion. We know he had aircraft over here at Jelton, so we're aware of that. Right. Limited detection over here with that one aircraft, but we do have additional ones moving down there. The good news is I can start to look at actually moving... yeah, we can begin to move down some aviation support to Noumea, but I'm probably going to do that via air transport, to be honest. But yeah, we'll begin moving that down there shortly. The good news is... it won't take us too long to get that going. Right. It would be fantastic if I could get some H6K4s down on the island of New Caledonia. The reason would be it would give us a... I'd like to have forewarning if something's in this area. It would really actually help us out in just identifying targets. We'll see about that. I still want to make something good to survive one day. I think that's going to come into the next series of expansion programs in the future, really. There's another submarine out there. You can definitely tell the ones that have jigs. Obviously, the Kiddipatai is still a ported truck. I mean, the good news is all this time that the Kiddipatai spends in port, the better, really. She drops off the face of the Earth, as far as the Americans are concerned. I mean, he probably has an eye. I think he probably knows she's here. I just wanted the juicy tankers in Perth. Well, the thing is, it's like, it would be nice to hit Perth. Assuming there's tankers there. Probably are tankers there. But the thing is, it's just, yeah. It's really not for the best. There's definitely going to be aircraft there. The thing is, it's like... we don't really want to be going in there and engaging. I don't think we've got the Emily's yet. I think they will be arriving soon, though. They will be arriving soon. Okay. But nice to have some naval search up over this way. But I think we'll go ahead and hit Rangoon this turn. I think might be a good idea there, really. I'm going to be looking at moving Shoho out as well from Japan shortly. I might have her move out in this turn, perhaps. We'll see about that. Right. Well, the thing is, it's like, I don't know. It depends what he has. He might have Indomitable, but I think Indomitable, is it Indomitable or Indefatigable? She arrived, I think she arrived down this way, but she's got a long while to go. She's got a long way to go there, really. It would be a long time for him to really reach Australia. But we're not going to be spending another day here. It's going to decide whether I head this way or whether I head this way. If I bring up the actual draw tool over here. Yeah, the tracker is really worth it there, Brant. It's a bit of a pain in the arse to get set up, but it is definitely worthwhile when you do get it set up. Right, so I think what we're going to do then, so we're like kind of the center here. So I might head southwest, so I don't know, we could end up somewhere out this way. It's either southwest or like northwest. Either way we'll engage with one of us in the area, but then what I'm going to be doing is heading back to Kopang to take up some fuel from the actual, well, the actual bloody cargoes there. And rearm, really. Right. And we don't have Yamato as of yet. She's not been built as of yet. Well, she's not finished being built yet. Whoops. I'm trying to scroll up with the arrow there. The time was made. Yeah. I don't know. It seems like his response at the moment is, I'm going to use a dark blue here. We do see some assets moving north. We do see something out here near Carnarvon. So what it looks to be is he was trying to converge on our last known position. It looks like something's here, which would make sense. It looks like it was actually heading this way. These are the things I want to avoid. I don't want to get into combat with whatever it is. If it's something easy, that's fine, but I think it's worthwhile attacking out this way. I do find it a little bit, I don't know, is there something here? Maybe. Maybe there is. We did see something. We did see a strike actually attempted, but then the weather called it off, so I think there's definitely something in the area. You don't get strikes without, well, this is it. You don't get strikes without fire. It's like smoke, isn't it, really? Part of me says there's nothing out west because knowing him, he would rather dash to port and save it. Well, the thing is, it's like the reason why we're heading out west is you've got to imagine we came down like this. Okay, so we came down like this. He last saw us about here at Carnarvon, just off the coast of Carnarvon, really. We then since moved out here to the west. And if we move out this way or we move out this way, whatever you imagine, really, I think the best way to explain this is, okay, so I'm going to use a different colour here. So imagine this is his, like, convoys. So we did hit the convoys that were in this area here that were moving direct. I can imagine the ones that might have been, like, sort of in this area are like, oh shit, that's not what we want to have happen to us. So he could go like this, like this, like this sort of thing, or, you know what I mean? He could be moving out to the west and then into Perth, which makes a lot of sense. Well, I don't know. If he's fearing for Perth, then that's good. But we're not going to go for Perth. Perth is too far. It doesn't seem that far away, but it's still a few days away. And then it just means additional days on the way back there. I think, I don't know. I think it's probably the best case just to head northwest. And then we'll head back to Kopang. That's probably the best option. But it really depends on the amount of fuel that we have. We can't afford to run out of fuel. What I might do is actually have a heavy cruiser force dispatch. Oh, excuse me. Dispatch from Kopang to go meet them halfway. The reason being, at least then I can actually have some fuel put into them shared out. Additional security as well would be quite nice. Okay. Yeah, I think that'd be a good idea. Right. So we'll go ahead and check on our production. Well, actually, we'll take a look at the resources here then. Not resources, industry. Not too terribly much changing here. We obviously have seen the resources continue to tick up as we do take more. I need to figure out what we have it. Alright, so industry. Overview. Light industry. Alright, regions. What would it... Is it just going to be called... Yeah, New Caledonia. Yeah, apparently we do have it. There we go. And apparently we do have functional light industry at Noumea. That's fantastic. Interesting, I can actually see the supply situation in New Caledonia. Ah, this is cool. Resources, yes, you can see this is from when we actually captured Noumea. So we did capture a little bit of supply, which is nice. We did have 10,621. We do now have 11,331. So we did capture a little bit of actual supply there. So that's good news. So we'll check on this, and we'll keep checking on this and just see how things go. But it looks, as far as I'm aware, I think we do have functional light industry there. We should have resource production as well, which is really good. Yeah, I'm happy with that. It's not a major deal, but it's a nice one to have, though. It is a nice one to have. Right. You know, I do wonder if you actually capture the base, does it give you the information from the previous turns, then? I'm not seeing Changsha here. If I take a look at, is it Hankau? I feel like I forgot the name of it now. Is it Hankau in the center? I think it's Hankau, isn't it? Hankau? Where is it? H. Hankau, there we go. Right underneath it. Oh, they're showing us all China then, actually. How you doing then, Arvid? Good to have you, my friend. She was increasing. Okay. Right, so our numbers in Japan then, so there's another downtick here, which is okay. We can manage this. Fuel has finally dipped below 2 million tons. Not 2 million barrels. I mean, obviously it'd be more than that, but you know what I mean. We'll just say barrels just because it sounds right. Yeah, it sounds about the best way I can probably say it, really. Phrase it without it sounding kind of crazy. Okay. Right. So what I'm going to do here then is we'll go and check on our air production then. So, right, air production, right, building, there we go. So we have turned off some air production for a little while now. The reason is we are obviously trying to focus on our engine production and try and get certain models back into the field. The good news is, right, let's see, sort by build per month. Oscars, I'm going to stop that. Have I stopped expansion? Yeah, I stopped the expansion there. That's okay. So we do have 13 of them in the pool there. Kind of over-expanded on that one. Right, we do have 12k, 21 2As in the pool over here. I might get them back into the actual squadron soon then. We do have 34 zeros in the pool. I need this to be about 120. I mean, we did over-expand here as well, but that's okay. Kind of can't do anything about it now. Right, E1 3A1 Jakes. Continue to expand there. We might have to take a look, but we do have more Jakes in the actual pool, which is good news. B5 and 2K, it's done good. 1 per month. Yeah. Dinas, yeah, I need more of them. Loads and loads and loads of them. But it is what it is. So, 35s, 278 in the pool, actually. Looking forward to when we're going to get about 500. It's probably going to take a while. Might not ever get to 500 engines, but we'll see about that. Would be nice to have an R&D bonus, but it is what it is. Okay. So let's take a look over here then. So we gained about 516 victory points here. Oh, I actually did gain victory points last turn as well, which is interesting. You can see here Japanese air losses, Allied air losses, ships, right, LCUs. So he gained... I don't know if this is like in total. It looks like it... actually, it looks like... I'm not entirely sure there. Yeah, so this looks like it's just what it was the time before. Okay, so he did gain a little bit there. So did we, but... Ah, okay. I'm not entirely sure how this works. But either way, we are closing in there. It's now 1.443 to 1. So we are gaining there. Political points. Oh, what was the heyday of our political points? So the most we had was 890 there. Those were some good times, but we bought out all that artillery, so oh well. Right. Yeah, you can see here then, that did cost him. See that nice little uptick there? So if we do take additional bases, that's going to be quite good. I mean, actually, how much is New Caledonia worth? Sorry, Noumea worth? Worth about 300 points to the Allies. Worth 30 points to us, so not that much to us. But it was worth more to him. Now, ideally, we'd be able to eventually take Fiji and... Well, I don't know. I mean, it's one of these things. It's like, Pago would be kind of hellish, but the thing is, it's like, we could isolate it. If we can get enough power in the area, then we might be able to secure it, but it's one of these things, isn't it? We'd have to... we'll probably have to defeat his carriers to be able to do that. Now, moving west is interesting. It looks like he's moving there, so it looks like he has responded to our submarines being in the area. So I think what we'll do now is we do get more and more submarines in the area. We do recognise the fact that he is being coy. There are ships moving there that we weren't previously aware of. Unfortunately, we missed the 2 ships over here as well. That's a shame, but it is what it is. But yeah, 2 allied units over here at Port Moresby. They could potentially give in. They might surrender if we are very lucky, but we'll have to see about that. Right. So, unloading cargo here at the moment. Looks like the airfield has been... Yeah, there's a little bit of damage there to the port. The airfield's in relatively good status, but I don't really need it to... Oh, shit. Wow, okay. So there's like 5,000 supply over here, holy shit. 555 tons of supply here. Well. Wow. Wow. I'll have to send a ship out there to take. Actually, it doesn't have a port. So, ideally it just falls to our control anyway. He might have something there, but we'll see about that. Might have to just run some reconnaissance over it to be sure. Now, actually, I'll tell you what. It might be worthwhile just having the reconnaissance fly over this base here. If it's ungarrisoned, I might be able to just... I don't know, I don't have any paratroopers in the area actually, so it's like, is it worth it? I can't really do anything about it, can I? No, so never mind. Never mind that. What I'm going to do here then is... Oops. Is reduce that down to just 30. How you doing there, Doomsday? Well, my friend. Well. Noumea finally fell. Which is brilliant. And we actually do, we do actually have the infrastructure. We do actually have the actual industry there. Which is really great. Really happy about that. So the excellent thing is this is going to just... Yeah. I'm going to turn repairs off at the moment here. So that's good news. So what I'm going to do here then... see, the thing is, it's like we do have a size 2 port over here, size 2 airfield. The thing is I need to get these troops over here where it's more secure. Now... What I'll probably look at doing then is probably moving the 36JNAF over there. Thing is with this, these bloody searchlights are a pain in the arse. Like, you can't transfer them with aircraft. Okay, they've arrived a bit, well, actually no, they've been here a little while. I could do with fuel down here, to be honest. Maybe we have the oiler head down here. So it would be nice to have 2 more submarines in action, but it is what it is. Things I can't even share fuel, which sucks. Just disband them into the port. Maybe one of them could sneak over here to Tulagi with that much fuel, maybe. Okay, fatigue's going down here, which is good news. So you're just loading supplies here at the moment. Is it worthwhile doing so? You're headed down here to go pick up that unit. Oh, actually, no, you're going down here to drop that unit off. Right, I4. To be honest, I4, I think we have you head down south to New Zealand. I think that is going to be the most likely area that he might strike from, so I'm going to continue to build up our forces in that area. Until I can get, like, reasonable naval search in that area, I'm not going to trust anything down there. I think it is entirely likely and entirely probable that an attack could be coming from that area at some point in the near future. So I think the better prepared we are, the better, really. Okay, you're moving supply to Tarawa. But really, you're going to Tarawa to pick up those additional troops there, really. It would be my effing luck, wouldn't it, if, like, Tarawa just got attacked now. I mean, what I could potentially do is... Well... Let's see... Oscars are looking good. They're losing a bit of experience due to inactivity. Fatigue on the aircraft's not very high. Fatigue on the air pilots ain't too bad. Right. See, this is it. Had we expected this to fall last turn, we might have had different things. I think what I'm going to do... I don't know. Well, to be honest, that destroyer minesweeper could be very handy. As much as it pains me to have wasted that fuel, I think what we're going to do here then is we're going to pick up the actual units. Well, I'm going to pick up the actual Japanese aviation unit from Luganville. Now, I need to get these forces heading to Comac. So what I'm going to do here then... So... All these guys are going to head to Comac. Set all to march that destination. What I'm going to do is I'm going to leave this unit here. They're going to go into rest and training. These guys too. No. Yeah, these guys are going to move. Wow, look at that. Yeah, look at that. So the actual time they get the opportunity to actually recover and like rest, look at how many vehicles are just like... But again, actually, we might have had quite a few that were fixed in the last few turns. I haven't been checking that one as much recently. But that's excellent. And I wonder if we can actually see any experience gained from those units. I'm going to have to go check that. Active, let's see. Location. Bum, 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 bum. Right. Probably should have used the arrow to scroll down, but oh well. Right, here we go, Nagoya. There we go, Noumea. Right, let's see. Have we gained anything there? So, I haven't gained experience, haven't gained morale, which is... it's a shame. I thought they might have gained some more morale. But let's take a look at the actual contents then. So they have been in a good state then. Yeah, they're kind of in the same position. It's a fair number of vehicles, isn't it? It is a fair number of vehicles. Let's see, the 144th. No morale or experience gained there. Table equipment has recovered somewhat. Yes, they took some beats in last turn there to take the base. So it looks like they were the ones that took losses there. And that's, you know, oh yeah. We'll see if we have any new aces, actually. To be honest, I forgot the name, so we do have Asada. Nagashi? He might be new. Yeah, he's new. Sweet. Yeah, looks like we do have a new one. So we do have all the others in the trend command, really. Okay. But yeah, it looks like Nagashi. Nagaishi. How the hell? So we had one wounded in action today, some killed in action today. Okay, let's do the old usual here then. So, actually, no, before I do forget, we'll get everything sorted out over here then. So, right, these guys are going to be... I'm going to put them in just movement mode. Yeah, get them moving out. Get that artillery out of there. So we can get all that out of here. Try and get it heading back to either the Dutch East Indies or to, like, Malaya. Just get it heading somewhere where it can actually be of use, really. Don't want it sat there doing jack all. Yeah, I know, man. Ah, Felix, it feels good, man. It feels good. Right. So they're going to be in rest and training. These guys are in rest and training as well. Yeah, I think what I'm going to do then is get the forces from Taliban. Try and get those units of the Naval Guard put back together again. What I'll probably do is like use a couple of them to take the islands of Efet and Tana, just those islands nearby. Just take control of the area completely. And yeah, we're going to use those as our garrisons there, really, of New Caledonia, so I can find really a better purpose for them. I could probably like reduce the numbers, like split up the actual units if you can't divide them manually. Like have them split up by having the transports move them out. But it would be nice to have a destroyed minesweeper and attempt to clear the mines out over here. If I could like demine Noumea, that'd be very good. Like make it usable as a port. That'd be nice. Okay. I'm really, I don't know. The thing is, he knows about this oiler. I'm half tempted to have it sent over here, but I don't know. It's one of these things. It's like, I feel worried. I could have it sent down there to Luganville, but I don't think it's worth it. It would be nice to get those, like, submarines moving out, but I don't think it's worth it exposing an oiler to danger. I might just have it head back to truck and really just head back to safety. We can send, like, low vial tankers to just head down here and do this sort of risky crap. Yeah. That'd be fine then. So what we're going to do then is we'll take a look at everything on the map then. So show task forces, enemy task forces. Alright, so definitely aware of these two over here, which we did previously spawn. So there's 4 ships in there, 3 ships in there. I don't know if there's anything worthwhile here. He did still have like destroyers in the area. What I find interesting is here. Why is he here? But that could be, I don't know, it could be that massive ships that we saw out that way. He's still got this sub over there. Yeah, just the submarines over here to the north. Alright, what I'll do here then is just patrol this area. Actually, patrol this area here, because obviously this is where it's going to be looking to try and grab us. In fact, I'll have it a little bit further there. He's going to be looking to try and get us through the choke point, but the thing is, if I just guard the choke point only, then he'll get me on the other side of it. Okay, we've got some patrol boats out here. Yeah, okay. And I do find that interesting, because the thing is, if you send in Chinese units over here to attack us, we still have a decent amount of assault value. Like, it's not a huge amount, it's a regiment and brigade, but obviously once they recover and gain the supply, they're going to be in a... they're still not going to go down that easy. But the thing is, he's sending Chinese forces out here. I think he feels the threat here. I think he's feeling the threat that I might look to try and cut the rail line there. But this is great. Just keep his eyes all on the front line. Keep it all on the front line, really. Alright, let's see. It's going to take them a while to get there, but eventually when they do get there, whatever, then they'll be good. So I think what we are going to do is we are going to be looking towards hitting Rangoon here. So, let's see. These guys don't have that sort of range to escort from Bangkok. I think what I'm going to try to do is have them move to Chiang Mai. Is that unit ready? Right, yes, they're actually ready. We'll have the AA next turn as well, which isn't going to make a huge deal of difference, but it's good to have. The good news is it's on the rail line, so I can get them out here of there no matter what anyway, which is good. So what I'm going to do then is I'm going to have them transfer to Chiang Mai. There we go. Okay. So what I can do here then... run escort over Rangoon. Just 100%. Bit of fatigue there, but that's fine. I don't know if they'll fly this turn, so what I'll do is anyway just a little bit of rest there. But it would be nice if we had the A5M4s flying, just because it's additional security there, really. Then what I'll do is... they've had some time to rest. So they're gonna... what? Oh, right. I was like, what? That's weird. Right, they're gonna escort. It's 10% from each squadron, really. Well, not from you. Yeah, a few in here. What I'm going to do then is 70% of them are going to be resting. What I'll do then is actually up this to 20% then. Okay. He's got guns there, so I've got to assume that he's got AA. So what I'm going to do is go for 16,000 feet then to protect them. We're going to have only 30% of the actual squadron set up to attack there at Rangoon. The reason being, well, if we only send a few bombers, we only lose potentially a few bombers. But small raids like that works out better for us, really, on the long run. Just because we can just use it just to, like, bait him out, really. I mean, what I'd like to do is actually... I don't know. Ideally, we have, like, one big battle over Rangoon, and we can, like, destroy the vast majority of his air power in terms of his actual fighters, but we'll see about that. But to be honest, I'm feeling confident about this. I'm feeling genuinely confident about this. I think we do have additional fighters that can move into the area as well to help us out. Yeah, there's a shite load of Claudes over there. Like, might be worthwhile sending a detachment over there just to run the combat air patrol over the actual base, which would be nice. Right, okay, these guys are going to move to Saigon. There we go. Then they can actually transfer all the way over there the next turn. So... God, I was hoping they'd derive at Cotopaxi next turn, but it's going to take them a little bit longer. That's fine. That's a good point, actually. What altitude are they flying? I haven't taken a look at that. Defend, yeah. Yeah, I'll go with that. 27 there. I can much there, doubly. They fly... Actually, make sure they've got the range. And you fly... 16,000. I'll have these guys fly 16,000 as well to make sure. There we go. We'll go with that. I mean, this is it. If we can destroy his combat air patrol, I mean, it would be nice just to have the A5M4s able to, like, run the combat air patrol, well, run the actual escort for the bombers and just have the Ki-43 once he's, like, sweeping. But the thing is, it's like, we can't attack the base. Well, we can't sweep without having any bombers. It's one of these things, it's like, you've still got to have the ability to attack, no matter what, really. Yeah, indeed. Okay. Now, do I need additional aviation support? But actually good, which is good. Very nice, very nice. The good news is I've got a good detection of the base. But hitting any of those bombers there would be really nice. High surprise you didn't launch port attack with mini KB. Well, it's one of those things. It's like you're not like unless there's like 10 ships. If there's less than 10 ships in the port, it is hard to hit anything in the port. It's like a really low chance of actually hitting anything in the port there. So it's one of those that I thought it was worthwhile to go west, and it looks like it might pay off. He might have expected me to actually hit the port, so that's good. Always try to be unexpected, really. But anyway, nice to see the end of the rumble in the jungle of Noumea. Yeah, indeed, it is. It is good. It is good. I'm just hoping that we can actually get something rolling over here. I mean, if we were able to actually hit a lot of his air power on the airfield there, that'd be great. So, caused a little bit of damage over there, which is good. At least that delays him fortifying any further for a time. Yeah, these Tojos are an escort, so I don't know why they're not being part of it. Strange, really. I think what I might do is divide the Zero Squadron potentially. But it's one of those. We know what he's flying. We can also take a look at the altitude and figure that one out. We won't stop bombing Singapore. We just need to really reflect the situation. But I think it probably would be a good idea to, yeah, throw some zeros at it, really. Just a couple zeros or something of that nature. That'd be quite good, actually. Okay. So what we'll do then? It means I can have one escort, one fly with the bombers, and one rest, potentially. So, divide unit. Right. What I'll do is have it fully functional. Give them the drop tanks. The bombers are flying at 8,000 feet. So I'll have them fly about 8,000 feet as well, make sure that they actually do operate alongside them. Not these guys, but I'll use them anyway. Okay. But it might be worthwhile to have like 10% rest in each of them. Probably a good idea. In fact, what I'll do then is all zeros here, just give them that setting there. So I think you should at least... Well, I mean, this is it. It's like it's not really worth the effort. I know it sounds really counterproductive. It's very hard. We have detected ships out at sea, so we'll see what we can grab out at sea. If we grab something nice, it'd be good. But it's one of those. It's like I'm fine. It's a shame to let it go. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. It is a shame to let anything go. But it's just one of those of like we have a limited time out there. I don't think it's worthwhile trying to hit something in port when it's hard to hit it. He probably still has other ships out there, as reconnaissance has apparently shown us. So I think it's worthwhile trying to hit something that we can actually kill. I think that's probably the way we take it. But no, I mean, I get where you're coming from, like, I do get that. Yeah, I think if we have 10% rest on each of these guys here at least, then keep us going for the most part. It means I have these guys sweep. I might have them sweep Singapore, actually. Might be worthwhile. How you doing there, Van Bishop? Good to have you, my dude. Yeah, I mean, I could have the Tojos there sweep. The thing is, it'd be a shame to lose the Tojos, but we're going to have more Tojos in the future, so I'll have them just sweep the actual airfield. Watch it now, he'll have, like, shitloads of stuff just turn up out of nowhere, which wouldn't be exactly a shock, because my luck is pretty bad like that. But yeah, we'll get that going there. I don't think we've stopped with the bombers. I think, if anything, we just intensify the bombing campaign. We've got to intensify it. Did I actually bomb Bataan? Did we bomb Bataan? I don't know if we bombed Bataan. I can't remember if we bombed Bataan now. Probably bombed Bataan. Did we bomb Bataan? Did that go ahead? How the hell did we not bomb Bataan? That's weird. Did we bomb? I don't know. I feel like we didn't bomb Bataan. That's weird. Must have been the weather now or something of that nature. Maybe, I don't know. Did we bomb Bataan? I forgot if we bombed Bataan. We must have bombed Bataan. There's no reason that we shouldn't have bombed Bataan. Yeah, level 2 forts over here. Okay, there we go. At long last, I do have a escort. So I can look again. These guys moved out. Question is where? I'll have to figure that one out, really. Ah, yeah, there we go. We finally arrived over here with the first SMF. So what I'll do is I'll take the base. And then we'll move down here towards Gagayan and help relieve them there. The good news is because if we can... Right, we'll take this base and then we'll head down here. But when I do eventually head down here and do cross into the actual Hex, it does open up the actual road here. Which is good, because that means that we could actually escape if we needed to do. Which would be really nice. It would be good to do that. Okay, well, we also do have our forces over here to devour. They've arrived. So they're currently unloaded, which is excellent news. Getting a little bit of like supply there is always a good thing too. We'll have them dock up to do that a little bit quicker. The base forces unloaded here, which is good news. Yeah. It just means that we can operate the aircraft here, which is nice. I think they really want to be moved out elsewhere, to be fair. A little bit of reconnaissance wouldn't be a bad thing, I suppose. Yeah, we'll get them doing something worthwhile. Right, have them just run reconnaissance of a Gagayan. At least we can have an idea of what's going on there. You're still loading troops. Wow, that takes a long ass time. Is that it? I'm like, why? Is there a delay? I'm going to assume there's a delay there. But that should be going ahead. It must be like some sort of delay there. Okay. So we'll be looking at taking these bases over here, which do have oil, which is good. So eventually I'll be heading back to Japan. But we need to take a look at how we're going to approach this here as well. I do think we have the Kitapatai head out this way. I'm going to save it again here, actually. But yeah, I think we have the Kitapatai, or at least the mini Kitapatai head. It's either southwest or northwest. Probably northwest is... probably. Right, so set now home port to Kopang. Yeah. Like, we don't have that much fuel. But we do have enough fuel to share out to get back. But we are pretty low here, but we will be heading back. The good news is at least we're having all the carriers together again as security. We do have Magami, Makuma, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 destroyers. Thing is, I don't really want to get engaged in combat. 7 hexes. I think northwest, probably. At least this is going to be our provisional direction of travel. And then we'll head home. We'll see. If we find anything, we find something. I mean, fatigue's been building up, but fatigue is going to build up, and I can absorb that for the time being. Ryujo there, 14 sorties left. We still have a lot of sorties aboard here. What I might do is actually move the aircraft around. That would be a good idea, to be fair. If I could move them from Zuho to one of the other carriers, it would be great to get access to additional sorties. Yeah, we'll have to plan that. Okay. What we're going to do is we're going to push them all here to maximum. The reason being, if they do find something, they can perform strikes against it, and even more naval search is a good idea right now. Okay. Fantastic news is we have arrived over here. I'm so happy Kashino made down here. I would have been really upset had she not arrived. Would have been bad. That would have been super bad. Right. Put you into the actual port. I don't know, do I have torpedo boats up right? I don't know. Right. Ashigara joins this force now. Yes! Oh, it's already working. Look at that, guys. Here you go. You can see Issei has been rearmed, so we can rearm the big guns. That is perfect. So what we're going to be doing here then is rearming at Kopang, bombarding Ambon, heading back to Kopang, rearming, heading back to Ambon, bombarding, heading back to Kopang, so on and so forth until we break him. That's really good news. I just need to get some fuel out here as well, but I can suck off the fuel here. But the thing is, I could probably just head back to Kendari to pick up some fuel as well. Like, we'll have fuel being dropped off here. I'm going to have more fuel in the area in the near future too. Yeah, like some tankers arriving just over here. So to be honest, what I might do is they're going to head into Kopang. What I'll do is have them replenish at fuel. Replenish at sea. They can head into Babaldoir when they arrive. Right, you're moving. What the hell are you moving in here? Oh, these are kois, right. Oh, I'd love to have them out here, but I kind of want them more out in the Pacific. So they're going to head to truck. Well, I don't know, saying that it would be nice, but yeah, I kind of want them out in the Pacific, really. So head to truck. Yeah, we'll go for that. Yeah, we do have more tankers around here. Yeah, some tankers over here. There we go, more tankers over here as well. Alright, what I'll do is obviously take the big one, the more valuable one out. So we will have fuel moving into the area here as well, which is good news. So that's going to move in there pretty quick. Okay. So the 4th Division is resting here at the moment. They are building up their planning here for Denpasar. It's going to be up to the force over here at Kendari. So 4th Sea Detachment to head over there to Balikpapan. But the good news is we do have lots of other Naval Guard forces over here now, which is superb. So what I can actually do is have them just take bases in the area. Just bases galore, really. That's what we want to do there. There's no troops, aka land-based AA in that Aussie base. You could probably get away with low-level strikes, increase hit chances. Well, the thing is, it's like, we can fly aircraft, but the aircraft aren't going to do that much. The big guns of the battleships can and will do a lot of damage there. Yeah, I mean, this is it. What we are going to... We do have new AKEs being converted as we speak. We're just going to take some time. But what we're doing here then is they're going to be heading back to Kopang. They're going to rearm at Kopang, and once we are rearmed with Minika Patai, then things do change. We might, I don't know. I don't know if we'll stay in this area. It's one of those things. It's like it is taking a risk, but we'll see about that. Like, I can operate relatively well from inside over here, but I don't know. We'll see about that. We do have land-based air power playing an increasingly large role. I can imagine he's probably feeling more and more cornered over here in the Dutch East Indies as we really are rolling into gear. But, I mean, this is it. Starts with Kandari. Kandari fell, then was it Makassar that fell next, then Manadao, then Ternat, and then Kopang, and then obviously we took the base of Noumea. Ambon will fall in the future when Ambon falls, that's good. Like, he's burning supply here by bombarding. Like, it's not a good idea to do that. Like, I don't have a huge amount of supply here, I'm not going to lie. But I've still got enough due to the fact that I'm not really... I'm like, firing back, but I'm not doing that much. Like, he's not burning that much supply, but he's burning supply. What I think I might do is have them supplied via the air, but we'll see about that. But I think this is... No, we're not going to launch a deliberate attack at Ambon yet. Not yet. I'm going to bombard it a few times, ideally, and weaken it. There's still a decent amount of AV there at Ambon. I don't have that much supply at Ambon as well to guarantee we'd be able to take it, so what I'm going to do is just bombard it a couple times. How are you going to return back to port with Kitapatai? Well, the MKB is going to head over here to Kopang. Oh, we're just going to head to Kopang. Like, we're just going to go straight here to Kopang. There's no issue there with that one. But the beauty is, it's like I've got these guys at naval attack. What I could do is actually, I might just have switch. I think, to be honest, what we're going to do here is switch one of them over to naval search. I think it's probably a good idea. But we are running... Oh, well, we are running search, but it's one of those, isn't it? We'll be alright. But I think what we are going to do here then is call it a night for now. I'd like to say a really big thank you to all of you guys who did show up for the stream. Thank you so very much for coming, and to those of you who are new, welcome. Now, I think the next stream, due to the fact that I'm now an education full-time student, it is going to take me a little bit longer to get these turns done. So, I'm going to be busy tomorrow night, so it's either going to be the fact of me changing when I do stream, i.e. earlier. I might stream earlier tomorrow. I'll have to decide. I'll have to see what time I've got, really. I'll put it out on the Discord and put it out on YouTube if I'm going to stream. But if not tomorrow, it will more than likely be either... Yeah, it'll be either a Saturday or a Sunday. But we'll sort that out. Probably just going to have to like schedule days to just stream in the week, really. But there we go. So, thank you very much, guys, for watching. If you guys did enjoy this, please go ahead and show your support by liking, favoriting, subscribing, and of course sharing it. Sharing it is the best way to actually get the channel out there and to get more people interested in this fascinating game so far. And of course, if you do enjoy my content and you would like to support me as a content creator, you can definitely help me out by becoming a patron. It really does make a big difference, especially now I've been in education. I've got to pay for shit. And I don't earn as much cash now. But thank you so very much. Have a beautiful time. And I will see you in the next stream. Tenno, Heika, Banzai. Till next time, goodbye for now.